Hi, and welcome back to my channel. As you might have seen in the title of the video and the thumbnail, my book for today is Finding Me by Viola Davis. Viola Davis is one of my all-time favorite actresses. So when she said that she's coming out with her autobiography, I knew that I would definitely have that on my channel. I got the book, made my script, and then decided life happens and let's take a break from YouTube. Which means that when I wrote the script, it was in 2022, and when I'm filming today, it's in 2024. But better late than never, and hence we have Finding Me on my channel. For those who do not know who Viola Davis is, she is an American actress. I think she's the only African American to have an EGOT. However, when she actually wrote the book, she did not have the G from an EGOT. For those who do not know what an EGOT is, it means you have an Emmy, you have a Grammy, you have an Oscar, and you have a Tony Award. And she did not have a Grammy when this book came out. And as life would have it, she did get a Grammy for the audiobook of this book. So, well, that's Viola Davis for you. Movies that you might have seen her in, or movies that you absolutely should check out if you want to see her work: Fences, The Help, Doubt, and one of my all-time favorite TV shows, How to Get Away with Murder. In fact, I did an entire project around the depiction of culture in a TV show or a movie when I was doing my postgrad, and the movie or the show that I chose was How to Get Away with Murder. That's how much I love Viola Davis. So, before we get into the book, I would like to take a moment and mention that this book has a lot of dark themes. So I'm giving you a trigger warning. It talks about abuse in a lot of different forms, and it does mention it repeatedly. I mean, that's part of her story, and hence she's been candid about it and has mentioned it. If you feel that that's going to be a trigger for you, I would suggest skip this video. Please take a look at the other videos on my channel, which are much lighter. But if you feel that you can handle something like this, I don't think that there is any other book that you should grab other than Finding Me right now. The book has 17 chapters, and each chapter starts with a beautiful quote. Now, like with all autobiographies, you know what the ending is. It ends in success. I mean, who's more successful than her? But you get to see, what the story is from the very beginning. You get to see the struggle. And man, has Viola Davis been honest about her struggle. Not only does it take a lot of strength to be able to be so honest and so candid with the audience, I think it must have taken a lot for her to be able to go back to those dark periods of her life and face it herself when she was writing the book. So I applaud Miss Davis for her, honesty, her brutality in really giving us an insider look into what her story is. So that's Finding You. I think you should definitely grab it. However, if you're still not convinced, how about I read a couple of passages out from the book, and you'll understand whether the language is good enough for you, whether you like the way the story is going. One of the things that I would like to mention about language is that it's very conversational. In fact, it reads in a way, I mean, if you've seen any of her interviews, and I highly suggest that you do, you'll see that it reads exactly the way she speaks. And I love that. I love the fact that it seems like she's talking to the reader. It's not ornate, it's not flowery, it's honest, it's easy, and it's a great story if you want to learn about someone who starts in abject poverty, in absolute gross poverty, but a woman who uses her gifts and her talents to pull herself out of darkness towards the light. If you're looking for an inspirational story like that, then this book is definitely for you. My biggest discovery was that you can literally recreate your life. You can redefine it. You don't have to live in the past. I found that not only did I have fight in me, I had love. By the time we clicked, I had had enough therapy and enough friendship and enough beautiful moments in my life to know what love is and what I wanted my life to feel and look like. When I got on my knees and I prayed to God for Julius, I wasn't just praying for a man. I was praying for a life that I was not taught to live, but for something that I had to learn. That's what Julius represented. Years later, a conversation I had on the set of Suicide Squad with Will Smith was an aha moment. Will asked me, Viola, who are you? What does that mean? I know who I am. I replied with indignant confidence. He asked me again, No, who are you? What does that mean? I asked again. Look, I'm always going to be the 15-year-old boy whose girlfriend broke up with him. That's always going to be me. So who are you? Who am I? I was quiet, and once again, that indestructible memory hit me. Then I just blurted it out. I'm the little girl who would run from school every day in third grade because these boys hated me, because I was not pretty, because I was black. Will stared at me as though seeing me for the first time and just nodded. My throat got tight and I could feel the tears welling up. Memories are immortal. They are deathless and precise. They have the power of giving you joy and perspective in hard times, or they can strangle you, define you in a way that's based more in other people's tucked up perceptions than truth. There I was, a working actress with steady gigs, Broadway credits, multiple industry awards, and a reputation for bringing professionalism and excellence to any project. Hell, Oprah knew who I was. Yet, sitting there conversing with Will Smith, I was still that little, terrified, third grade black girl. And though I was many years and many miles away from Central Falls, Rhode Island, I had never stopped running. My feet just stopped moving. So that's Finding Me by Viola Davis. I certainly hope that you've made a decision to get this book, and this video has been helpful in making you take that decision. I mean, this beautiful cover is enough reason to actually get the book. But jokes aside, I think this video should have given you as much information that you need to get this as your next read. And I'd like to take a moment to thank Viola Davis for being so candid and for sharing her personal story with fans like us who've loved her and adored her for years, and for teaching us that with passion, hard work, and God's grace, nothing is impossible. So until next time, when I'm back with another book, keep smiling, keep shining, and do stay safe.